What if I told you there's a single fruit tree so profitable that just 1 acre could generate more income than most people's entire salary? While your neighbors are struggling with apples and peaches that barely break even, there are fruit gold mines hiding in plain sight that could make you more money than you ever imagined. The fruit that could change everything is number 1 on this list. Fruit number 10. Goji berries, the superfruit gold rush. Let's start with something that would make your grandfather scratch his head in wonder. Goji berries. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those little red things from the health food store? But hear me out, because this is where traditional farming meets serious money. These small, bright red berries aren't just another health fad. They're agricultural gold, selling for $8 to $15 per pound fresh, and up to $20 per pound dried. Compare that to apples at maybe $2 per pound, and you'll understand why smart farmers are making the switch. A mature goji berry bush can produce 3 to 7 pounds of fruit annually, and you can plant 1,000 bushes per acre. Do the math. That's potentially at $24,000 to $105,000 per acre once your bushes are established. Even accounting for processing and marketing costs, you're looking at profits that would make your banker smile. The beauty of goji berries is their resilience. These hardy plants can withstand temperatures down to -10 degrees Fahrenheit and thrive in poor soil where other fruits struggle. They're drought-tolerant once established and actually prefer the kind of marginal land that many farmers consider worthless. What's driving this incredible demand? Americans are finally catching on to what Asian cultures have known for centuries. Goji berries are nutritional powerhouses packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. The health food market is exploding, and goji berries are leading the charge. The processing revolution that changes everything. Here's something most farmers don't realize about specialty fruits. The real money isn't just in growing them, it's in what you do after harvest. Take goji berries, for instance. A farmer selling fresh goji berries might make $8 per pound. But that same farmer who invests in a simple dehydrator and packages their own dried goji berries can command $15 to $20 per pound retail. Add some basic branding and direct-to-consumer sales, and you're looking at $25 to $30 per pound. The difference between a struggling fruit farmer and a wealthy one often comes down to understanding that the harvest is just the beginning of the profit potential. Fruit number 9. Elderberries, the immune system gold mine. Your grandmother knew something that modern medicine is just rediscovering. Elderberries are nature's pharmacy, and farmers are cashing in big time. These dark purple berries have become the darling of the health food industry, and the numbers are staggering. Elderberry syrup sells for $15 to $25 per bottle in health food stores. The raw berries command $4 to $8 per pound from processors. But here's where it gets interesting. You can process your own berries into syrup and multiply your profits by 5 times. A mature elderberry bush produces 8 to 15 pounds of berries annually. Plant 400 bushes per acre, and you're looking at 3,200 to 6,000 pounds per acre. At $5 per pound, that's $16,000 to $30,000 per acre from a crop that produces for 15 plus years. The beauty of elderberries is their hardiness. These Native American plants thrive in marginal soils and wet areas where other crops struggle. They're essentially maintenance-free once established, requiring minimal inputs while producing steady profits. The health trend isn't going away. Americans spent over $40 billion on immune support supplements last year, and elderberry products are leading the charge. You're not just growing berries, you're growing health in a bottle. Fruit number 8, honeyberries, the Arctic treasure. Here's a fruit that most Americans have never heard of, but it's about to change everything for cold climate farmers. Honeyberries, also called haskap berries, are the earliest ripening fruit in North America, and they're worth their weight in gold. These elongated blueberries taste like a cross between blueberries and raspberries, but they ripen in May when no other fresh fruit is available. That timing is everything. You're hitting the market when there's zero competition from other fresh berries. Honeyberries sell for $8 to $15 per pound fresh, and the plants are incredibly productive. A mature bush can yield 5 to 10 pounds annually, and you can plant 800 bushes per acre. That's potentially $32,000 to $120,000 per acre. But here's what makes honeyberries truly special. They're the hardiest fruit on earth. These plants can survive temperatures down to -40 degrees Fahrenheit and actually require cold winters to fruit properly. If you're farming in zones 2 through 7, this could be your ticket to fruit farming success. The plants start producing in their second year and reach full production by year 5. They're self-pollinating, disease-resistant, and the berries hang on the bush for weeks without dropping. It's like they were designed for busy farmers. Fruit number 7, Aronia berries, the antioxidant powerhouse. Also known as chokeberries, these native North American fruits are creating success stories in the health food industry. Don't let the name fool you. Properly processed Aronia berries are delicious and incredibly valuable. Aronia berries contain more antioxidants than blueberries, cranberries, or any other fruit tested. They're being called the next superfruit, and the market is responding accordingly. Fresh berries sell for $4 to $8 per pound, while processed products command premium prices. A mature Aronia bush produces 8 to 15 pounds of berries annually. With 800 plants per acre, you're looking at 6,400 to 12,000 pounds per acre. At $5 per pound, that's $32,000 to $60,000 per acre. These hardy shrubs thrive in wet soils where other fruits fail. They're perfect for those low-lying areas of your farm that flood every spring. Instead of fighting the water, you're turning it into profit. Aronia berries are also incredibly easy to grow. They require no pesticides, minimal fertilizer, and can handle both drought and flooding. Once established, they produce for 20 to 30 years with minimal care. The climate change advantage smart farmers are using. While other farmers worry about changing weather patterns, smart specialty fruit growers are turning climate challenges into opportunities. Many of these hardy fruits actually benefit from the temperature swings and extreme weather we're seeing more often. Honeyberries need those cold snaps to fruit properly. Aronia berries thrive in wet conditions that would destroy traditional orchards. These fruits work with Mother Nature, and the farmers growing them are succeeding while their neighbors struggle with failed apple and peach crops. Fruit number 6, American persimmons, the native sweet treasure. This thorny shrub produces small orange berries that contain more vitamin C than oranges and sell for prices that would make citrus growers jealous. American persimmons are native fruits that have been feeding Americans for centuries, and they're making a comeback in specialty markets. Fresh American persimmons sell for $8 to $15 per pound when properly ripened. The trees are incredibly productive once mature, yielding 50 to 100 pounds per tree annually. With 50 trees per acre, you're looking at 2,500 to 5,000 pounds per acre. At $10 per pound, that's $25,000 to $50,000 per acre. American persimmons are incredibly hardy, surviving temperatures down to -20 degrees Fahrenheit and thriving in poor soils. They're drought-tolerant once established and require virtually no care. The trees can live and produce for over 100 years. The fruit is naturally sweet when fully ripe and can be eaten fresh, dried, or processed into puddings and baked goods. Native Americans used persimmons as a staple food, and modern Americans are rediscovering their incredible flavor and nutritional value. Fruit number 5, American hazelnuts, the native nut goldmine. American hazelnuts are making a comeback as farmers discover their incredible profitability and hardiness. These native nuts sell for $8 to $15 per pound and are in high demand from specialty food producers and health-conscious consumers. A mature American hazelnut bush produces 10 to 25 pounds of nuts annually. With 200 bushes per acre, you're looking at 2,000 to 5,000 pounds per acre. At $10 per pound, That's $20,000 to $50,000 per acre. American hazelnuts are incredibly hardy, surviving temperatures down to -30 degrees Fahrenheit and thriving in marginal soils. They're naturally resistant to eastern filbert blight, the disease that devastates European hazelnuts. This gives American varieties a huge advantage in eastern growing regions. The nuts are smaller than European varieties but have superior flavor and nutritional content. They're perfect for specialty markets that value taste over size, and they command premium prices from artisan food producers. Fruit number 4, American chestnuts, blight-resistant varieties. The comeback story. Thanks to decades of breeding work, blight-resistant American chestnuts are making a comeback, and early adopters are seeing impressive returns. These nuts sell for $8 to $12 per pound and have a devoted following among chefs and specialty food enthusiasts. A mature chestnut tree can produce 50 to 100 pounds of nuts annually. With 50 trees per acre, you're looking at 2,500 to 5,000 pounds per acre. At $10 per pound, that's $25,000 to $50,000 per acre. American chestnuts are incredibly long-lived, producing for over 100 years. They're drought-tolerant, disease-resistant, the new varieties, and require minimal care once established. The trees also provide valuable timber as a bonus crop. The nuts are naturally sweet and can be eaten fresh, roasted, or ground into flour. They're gluten-free and highly nutritious, making them perfect for health-conscious consumers and specialty baking markets. The tax advantage that most farmers miss completely. Here's something your accountant probably hasn't told you about specialty fruit farming. The tax benefits are extraordinary when you know how to use them. Fruit trees and berry bushes qualify for agricultural depreciation, allowing you to write off establishment costs over several years. Equipment purchases, from dehydrators to packaging machinery, qualify for Section 179 deductions. Even better, if you're processing your own fruit into value-added products, you may qualify for manufacturing tax credits. Smart farmers are using these tax strategies to fund their expansion while keeping more of their profits. Fruit number 3, hardy kiwis, the smooth-skinned sensation. Forget everything you know about regular kiwis. Hardy kiwis are smooth-skinned, grape-sized fruits that grow in cold climates and sell for prices that would shock you. These little green gems command $6 to $12 per pound fresh, and the vines are incredibly productive. A mature hardy kiwi vine can produce 50 to 100 pounds of fruit annually. With proper spacing and trellising, you can grow 150 vines per acre, generating 7,500 to 15,000 pounds per acre. At $8 per pound, that's $60,000 to $120,000 per acre. Hardy kiwis are perfect for zones 4 through 8. Thriving where regular kiwis would freeze, the vines are vigorous growers that can live for 50 years or more, providing decades of profitable harvests. The fruit stores well and has a long harvest window, allowing you to pick and sell over several weeks. The smooth skin means no peeling required, making them perfect for fresh eating and commanding premium prices in farmers' markets. The heritage fruit renaissance that's making success stories. There's something powerful happening in American agriculture that most farmers are missing completely. While industrial agriculture chases efficiency and scale, a quiet revolution is brewing around heritage and specialty fruits. Consumers are willing to pay premium prices for fruits with stories, fruits with history, fruits that connect them to something authentic. American persimmons aren't just fruit. They're a piece of American agricultural heritage. Pawpaws aren't just tropical tasting treats. They're the fruit that fed early American settlers. Smart farmers are tapping into this emotional connection and charging prices that reflect the value of authenticity and local production. Pawpaws, America's forgotten tropical. Hidden in the forests of eastern North America, grows a fruit that tastes like a cross between banana, mango, and vanilla. Pawpaws are America's largest native fruit, and they're creating success stories for farmers who understand their potential. Our fresh pawpaws sell for $10 to $16 per pound when you can find them which isn't often. The fruit is too delicate to ship, creating a perfect opportunity for local growers. Pawpaw pulp sells for $6 to $10 per pound to ice cream makers and specialty food producers. A mature pawpaw tree can produce 35 to 75 pounds of fruit annually. With 100 trees per acre, you're looking at 3,500 to 7,500 pounds per acre. At $12 per pound, that's $42,000 to $90,000 per acre. Pawpaws thrive in partial shade and rich, moist soil. They're naturally pest-resistant and require no spraying. The trees are also beautiful ornamentals with large, tropical-looking leaves that turn golden yellow in fall. The market for pawpaws is exploding as chefs and food enthusiasts discover this unique American fruit. You're not just growing fruit, you're growing a piece of American culinary heritage. The distribution secret that multiplies your profits. Here's what separates the farmers making good money from those making extraordinary money with specialty fruits. They understand that scarcity drives value, but accessibility drives sales. The most successful pawpaw farmers I know don't just sell at farmers markets. They've built relationships with high-end restaurants, specialty grocery stores, and food co-ops. They're not competing on price. They're creating demand through education and experience. They host pawpaw festivals, offer farm tours during harvest season, and build email lists of customers who pre-order their entire crop before it's even ripe. When you control the entire supply chain, from tree to table, you control the profits. Fruit number 1, American black walnuts, the native gold mine. Here's the crop that sounds simple, but it's incredibly profitable when done right. American black walnuts are native trees that produce nuts selling for $8 to $15 per pound, with hulled nuts commanding even higher prices from specialty processors. A mature black walnut tree can produce 50 to 80 pounds of nuts annually. With 40 trees per acre, you're looking at 2,000 to 3,200 pounds per acre. At $10 per pound for hulled nuts, that's $20,000 to $32,000 per acre. But here's where it gets really interesting. Black walnut trees also produce valuable timber. A single mature tree can be worth $1,000 to $5,000 for its wood, making this a dual-purpose crop that builds long-term wealth. Black walnuts are incredibly hardy, surviving temperatures down to negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit and thriving in various soil types. They're naturally pest-resistant and require minimal care once established. The trees can live and produce for over 100 years. The nuts have a distinctive, intense flavor that's prized by bakers and confectioners. They're naturally gluten-free and packed with healthy fats and proteins, making them perfect for health-conscious consumers, the secret most farmers don't know. Here's what separates profitable fruit farmers from struggling ones. They don't just grow crops, they grow markets. Every successful specialty fruit farmer I know spends as much time on marketing as they do on growing. The farmers making serious money from these fruits aren't selling to commodity markets. They're building relationships with chefs, developing direct-to-consumer sales, creating value-added products, and building brands around their farms. Take elderberries, for example. The farmer selling dried elderberries for $4 per pound wholesale is doing okay. But the farmer selling elderberry syrup for $6 per bottle, elderberry gummies for $12 per package, and charging $20 for farm tours is building wealth. The same principle applies to every fruit on this list. Pawpaw farmers who sell to distributors make decent money. Pawpaw farmers who sell directly to restaurants and farmers markets make exceptional money. The American advantage. American fruit farmers have unique advantages in specialty fruit production. We have sophisticated cold storage and transportation networks. We can get fresh, high-value fruits to market faster and in better condition than most other countries. American consumers increasingly pay premium prices for locally grown, high-quality products. The farm-to-table movement represents a fundamental shift in how Americans think about food. We have access to technology and growing techniques that maximize yields and quality. These 10 fruits prove that profitable fruit farming isn't just alive in America. It's thriving for those who know where to look. From berries that sell for more per pound than beef, to nuts that build generational wealth, the opportunities are endless for farmers ready to think beyond apples and oranges. These 10 fruits can transform any farm into a profitable operation, from hardy kiwis that thrive in cold climates to black walnuts that provide both nuts and timber. The key is choosing the right fruit for your climate and market. If this opened your eyes to what's possible, hit that subscribe button and check out the next video, where I reveal the biggest mistakes that keep fruit farmers broke while their neighbors get rich.